Hey, what's up guys? It's that one kid here, today with an ISU 152 gameplay on Himlsdorf, tier 9 game. In encounter battle, I'm going up on top of the hill to see what I can do to help my team up here. We have some support in the form of that Centurion 7-1 and that M103 over to my left, and an Indian Panzer behind me. We also have a T-28 prototype coming up on that other road to our left. The Centurion 7-1 is up there in the lead. He gets some spots on the enemies. You can see quite a lot of them. But I'm going to head over here to the left with this Indian Panzer, because it seems like that M103 and that Centurion 7-1 have this flank pretty well dealt with. So me and this Indian Panzer are just going to bring the hurt to the enemies over here. As you can see, the Indian Panzer gets a good hit into that T-34 too, as do I. But unfortunately, I also take a hit for almost 250 damage, and also knocks out my driver, so I use a med kit to bring him back up. And then the Indian Panzer takes a wallop, and I get a good shot into that IS-6. And this Indian Panzer here, he's doing what he can, he's just getting obliterated. And now he's dead, and this T-28 prototype rose up to give me some support. And now the enemies are starting to back behind the church where I can't see them. So pretty soon I'm going to have to relocate in order to get some shots off. And this Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger also giving some support. You can see here, I'm not going to move until I get some more support, otherwise I just get obliterated. And that IS-6 and the KV-4 show up, so I'm going to roll with them, and the T-28 prototype is coming up the rear. That right flank still being held down by that Centurion and that M103. Good players. And I'm spotted, which is not all that good, but it doesn't really matter. So we're all coming around here, trying to get some shots in. What I'm doing here is seeing if one of these guys is going to poke, because I don't want to poke and get shot. So I'm just waiting for one of them to poke. But then I decide to poke because I see everyone else is retreating but this IS-6, so I get a good shot into him, and he does not return fire on me, which is good. And then our heavies are moving up the hill, so I go with them as soon as I'm reloaded. And I take out that IS-6. As you can see, I target that Centurion, but he backs off. So I decide to hit that Pershing. Does no damage, but it does take out his gun, I think. And now I'm just hanging back, waiting to reload. And now that I'm reloaded, I'm moving up once again. And I managed to take out that Centurion as well. Now that the threat to our left has been taken out, we are going to encircle these guys on both flanks. And the I-6 is just fired, and I have just reloaded, and I kill him as well, which is nice. And then I try to get out of the way of this T-28 prototype here. And then I move forward as soon as I'm reloaded, trying to get a better angle in order to shoot that Pershing. But I decide to take a kill on that WZ-11114 instead. And now this Indian Panzer is all out of friends, and I had a bit of a dirt moment here. I aimed right for his gun mantlet. I could have aimed for his hull, probably would have killed him. And as you'll see later on, that shot right there is what cost me the Top Gun, unfortunately. But now we've dealt with the threat on the hill. But the rest of our team who went down the hill has died. So as you can see here, I'm communicating with my team. We need to defend the base, and I'm going to draw out a plan here, a little bit of a route for our team to follow. Now I was going to go down the right road here until I noticed that neither of these two were, and I'm like, I want to stick with my friendlies here so I get some support if need be. Also, you can see that we're being capped, and it's faster to go down this road because I don't have to make that turn all the way around and then turn again. It's just a nice gentle turn here. And right now I am just hauling anus, going as fast as I can to reset that cap. And so are the rest of my team. We're just coming down here. I look down these roads to see if there are any enemies hiding out. And right now I'm planning my route. I don't really want to go all the way down because that would take too long and someone would probably be expecting that. So I decide to take a route that I enjoyed taking down at the lower tiers. You can see here, it's that little break in the buildings right there off to my left. Right there. I drove through it, and fortunately there was no one who spotted me this entire way, so I'll have the element of surprise. And that Pershing is pointing the wrong way, so I can take my time here, and I manage to reset the cap, but I get fracked by Artie, unfortunately. And right now I'm debating whether or not to use my repair kit, but I decide to do it. But my gunner is dead now, so it's really actually quite lucky that I managed to get that shot onto the Artie. And as you can see there, if I had killed that Indian Panzer, I would have had the Top Gun. But unfortunately, I just had a bit of a dirt moment there. So, what can you do, right? Alright, see you later.